Hey, what is up guys? Rudelinel here, coming back at you with another batch tutorial. You know, in the last video we were taking a look at arrays, and we're going to keep doing that in this video, and a couple more of the videos to come. So bear with me guys, let's get CMD open and ready to roll, and let's get Notepad++ on the way as well, and we are going to be checking out array, count.bat. Now, when we're counting an array, really what we mean when we're trying to call this function is really it's going to return how many times one instance is found inside of an array. And you'll see what I mean. If we do add echo off, and I'll show you the syntax, if we're going to call array count, what this will do is we'll need to pass in the array name, we'll pass in what we're trying to find, and here we'll have our return variable, of course. So let's actually create a string of what we're going to find. So create string find, that's going to be the second argument we pass to it. And now we're going to need a limit, because we are, of course, going to be looping through it if we're trying to see how many times it occurs inside the array. We're going to have to go through each individual piece of the array. So let's get the length of the array, subtract 1, and we can set count equals 0. Now, count is what's going to keep track of how many times we found something. So we can do 4-L, so we can start looping through the array in 0, 1, and then limit, because that's the end of our array. And what we will do is test if the string formation of our array at the index of G, or our current position, if that's equal to find what we're trying to look for, what we should do is go ahead and set count to equal the value of count plus 1. Because that means that we found it, and we can add one more time to our our keep track of little variable here that will obviously keep track of what we're looking for. Now when we're at the end, we're all done looking through it, we can just go ahead and set a return value to equal count. And boom, we're all done. It's very easy and very simple, and I'll show you guys how it works in action. If we get script.bat ready to roll, we do add echo off, set local, enable, delayed. How many times? Might have to say all this stuff. Label delayed expansion. Go to our main function. We get our main function with set local and end local ready to roll. Haha. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and create an array. I'll call create array. My array will be called array because it's very simple and easy. Have it be a delimiter of here, and I'm going to have it filled with the variables. This is a fish. Is it not? And that's all. That's all I wanted to do. So I'm going to call array count. I'm going to look for array, and I'm going to look for, how about spaces inside there. Now, this isn't going to actually return anything because it's not keeping track of the spaces. If we were to echo out return. If I go ahead and run this inside of our shell, if I run script, you're going to get 0, because 0 is, count by default, and we don't have any occurrences of a space inside of an array, because remember we're using the space as a delimiter. But we can look for, let's say, A. Is A in there? Oh yeah, A's in there just once, right there. How about we search for his? Nah, there's nothing there. But we see a his in here, but that's not actually the index. That's not the value of that piece of the array. It's only like a substring of that value. Really, that array, or that index right there, is this. So if we were to look for this, yeah, we've got that. That's one of these things in here. But now we can look for is, and there's two is's in here. We got one right here, and another one right here. So we've got two of them. And since those are actual, pieces of the array, indexes, values, whatever you'd like to call it, it's going to be keeping track of those, and it's going to be returning a count. So there you go, guys. Very simple, very easy. And let's go ahead and put these inside of our, I think I've already copied some of these in here. If not, that's fine. I'll put them in our tools. I'll replace whatever's there. That's perfectly fine. And I'll select them one more time so I can go put them inside of our system path. I said that very dramatically. I'm very enthusiastic. All right, So there we go, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.